Hey guys, how's it going? Toby here. Welcome back to a brand new video here on my channel. Welcome back to another one of our squad builders, and today is a little bit of an expensive one. So I'll be honest, if you want to save your coins for team of the season, maybe swap out some of these players for some cheaper alternatives, because there are some cheaper alternatives. You can completely switch up the team and it will still be strong, it will just be a hell of a lot cheaper. Now, if you do want to get some coins so you can stock up for Team of the Season or buy this team, check the link in the description for the FIFAshop.co.uk and use the code TOBY10 to get some money off as well at the checkout. Really awesome. They have 3 very safe, very easy ways to get coins back into your account, or if you would prefer to use MSP or PSN cards, or just get some really cheap games, check out g2a.com in the description as well and use the code TBY3 to get some money off there at the checkout, which is always good. But let's have a talk about this team and some of the players that have popped in. So I want to be completely honest with this squad builder, and I know I have done a lot of squads in the past where I seem to always give squads a high rating, and you guys are like, man, I swear you always love every single team. This one, I can assure you, is very different. Now, on paper, this team looks absolutely phenomenal. Like, really cool on paper. I'm so excited to play with this team. And there were some very good players. There were some really solid players. The defense is actually really good. Amavi was a sublime left back, a silver left back, really good. And Diego Godin, very good as well. We have Caceres as well. Both those were decent. Diego Alves, he was really good for me last time. The last time I made a team around him, he was pretty decent. This time, it felt like he had no arms, no legs, and pretty much nothing. I don't know what happened. Central attacking mid, we're going with Hernandez. Now, I'm not going to mention anything about Matuidi, because Matuidi is very decent, and I don't really need to say anything. But Hernandez, I will mention something about. He just felt very underwhelming. Like, he really just felt increasingly average, and he didn't really feel like he fitted into the team. Vidal was good. Vidal was absolutely fine. Exactly what you would expect from him as a player in pretty much any team. Fits into that spot pretty nicely as more of a defensive mid, but he does push forward a fair bit, as does Matuidi, to be fair. But Hernandez just didn't really seem to get involved. He was always caught out. He couldn't really dribble past anyone. And it's not that he felt slow. He did feel a little bit sluggish, I'll admit, but it wasn't really, that wasn't the problem. It was just that he just kept getting caught out. Cuadrado on the right-hand side, decent, does the job quite nicely, exactly what we need him for, just pacey, and that 5-star skills. It's very nice to cut inside. He was good, he was very good, but I did prefer the informed LAVEZZI. Informed LAVEZZI was actually pretty decent. I was fairly impressed. He does feel a little bit slower than I thought he would. He doesn't have the best of acceleration, but once he's going, he is pretty good, and 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot is pretty good as well. I don't know, this team just felt a lot worse than it should do, and it was strange. At striker, we're going to throw in the informed SHAQIRI, and he actually dropped in price the day after I bought him, so I think his price range is now 321k instead of 401, which is pretty good. So if you want to pick him up, I would recommend, if you want to. As a striker, I don't think he's cut out for it. I really don't, and I'll try and explain as best I can why. He's very quick. His dribbling is pretty good, especially if you hold LT and RT together and just move about a little bit and shimmy past your opponent. His step overs were speedy, they were slick, they were nice and smooth, but as a striker, he didn't really feel like he did the job. He, despite having a relatively decent amount of strength, got shoved off the ball so much, and he is a lot smaller than pretty much every single centre-back you're going to come up against. Literally every single one. He just gets dominated, absolutely dominated, and I really struggled with this team. And the defence was actually good, bar Diego Alves, and that's where the problems came from. I was conceding goals left, right, and centre with this team. I don't know what it was. I couldn't get to grips with this team, but it looked so bloody good on paper, and I'm really disappointed. I wouldn't recommend building this team, but if you're very intrigued and want to try SHAQIRI, because it might suit someone's playstyle, it really might, but I don't think I'm that good with the pacey but shorter strikers. I am awful with them, but I wanted to bring this video to you guys, one, because I took the time to make it anyway, and two, because this sort of team, it might suit someone, but I would swap out Hernandez for Guarin, I really would, because Hernandez just, he didn't seem like he was doing anything at all. In from LAVEZZI was good, in from SHAQIRI not so much, wouldn't pay the amount of coins for him, but if you are intrigued, then go for it. He's just a little bit too short for my liking. But that is a team, giving it a 6.5. Nothing amazing, but not the worst team I have ever used. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, leave it a like and subscribe for some more for myself. But take care, guys. Have an amazing day, and goodbye.